Terengganu is famous for its beautiful, unspoiled, pristine beaches and islands, but the food is very unique as well. We're going to explore that in this episode of Street Food Journeys Malaysia. I hope you enjoy. This episode of Street Food Journeys features Masters of Malaysian Cuisine chef Rene Juefri making a popular Terengganu snack called Nekbat. Yours truly making a simplified Keropok Lekor. The JetLag Warriors Terengganu food trail. Mark Godey's take on Keropok Lekor. Ken abroad tasting Terengganu food. Shaukani Abbas with his rundown on places of interest in Terengganu. And our MOMC and MOMC at Heart chefs answer the question, what dishes do you think of when you think of Terengganu? Award-winning tour guide Shaukani Abbas joins us to talk about his list of must-visit places in Terengganu. Shaukani, great to have you, and we are talking about Terengganu. Never been to Terengganu, so what should I look forward to?
Wow, this is a place you must visit, Jackie.
Okay.
Anyway, Terengganu is on the eastern part of the peninsula of Malaysia, and the most one thing I love about Terengganu is the islands in the South China Sea, and among the islands which worth mentioning is Perhentian Island, Redang Island. All these are great place for diving, to dive to see the corals under the sea, swim among the turtles and the fish, colorful fish. This is very nice part of the Terengganu there.
How are the islands different? Are they all pretty much the same, or do each one have different features?
Well, every island have their own identity, but the most common part is the diving. That's the best part of it.
Okay, so what time of the year would you go to Terengganu to visit the islands?
Well, don't go in December or January. These are the monsoon time, a lot of strong winds. But the best time is June, July, August. And that's the best time to go.
Okay, great. Sounds great. And what else would you do in Terengganu if you don't go to the islands?
Well, to me, I would prefer to go and see the handicraft. Terengganu is very rich in handicraft, especially songket and batik and brassware. I go there to buy my batik and songket, not in my hometown, but I go to Terengganu, and beside the handicraft, the places of interest which I like to go to Terengganu is to visit the biggest museum in Malaysia, Terengganu Museum. Yeah, it's very big, huge. And also the mosque, there are several mosques there with beautiful architecture. I should visit some of the mosques there.
Sure. So with Terengganu Museum, is it does it store Terengganu specific artifacts or from all of Malaysia?
No, especially on Terengganu itself. And they have very good collections there.
Okay,
especially
cool.
On the handicraft, the old handicraft things. I think is very good.
Sure. Okay, interesting. Okay, now tell me about the food. What you like about Terengganu food?
All right. When I go to Terengganu, the first thing I will look for breakfast is Nasi Dagang. That's my favorite thing for Nasi Dagang. And for snacks, I usually for the fish crackers or the sata, fish and that, and also Keropok Lekor. Like sausage, like fish, and you dip it chili sauce. And for the lunch, I would prefer the Nasi Kerabu, where the rice is blue in color because they use the telang to make it blue. And this is my favorite food. Whenever I go for Terengganu, I will not miss this type of food. There are more things there, but these are the things I love the most.
Okay, I'm sure. That sounds like a lot to keep us busy for a while in Terengganu. Okay,
a lot. But some of the things there are very sweet. And don't forget, better visit the market. That's the best place to see the locals, how they sell the things, and a lot of souvenirs there. The market in Pasar Payang in Kuala Terengganu.
Okay, Pasar Payang, Kuala Terengganu. Okay, great. I'm going to look it up. Thank you so much for this, Shaukani.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'll see you later. Bye. The JetLag Warriors are a full-time traveling couple from Canada who spent quite a bit of time in Terengganu. Here's a look at their experience.
Very excited. We're going to a place called Fauzi, which is like world famous if you're into Nasi Kerabu, and it's already people lining up outside.
Yeah, it's right across. Look at the lineup, guys.
Wow, the lineup is serious.
It's packed.
Well, it must be good food then. All right, let's go. Okay, Nasi Kerabu. Looks amazing. I'm nervous we did something wrong because the lineup is so long and it's moving so fast and it's so hectic at the front. I'm nervous we missed the gravy. I don't know if you guys saw our Nasi Dagang video, but we missed the gravy and everyone was commenting like, bro, how can you have Nasi Dagang with no gravy?
Oh, no.
So I think everything's here. What do we have here? We have this, I don't know what it is. This looks like a sausage almost. Maybe sausage, salted egg, piece of chicken. You've got this blue rice, which is amazing looking. Very...
It's not from food coloring.
Which is what I was thinking. It looks a little bit fake. I'm sure it's not. If it was food
Right.
coloring, it wouldn't be a famous dish. It has to be natural.
Right.
Then you've got some veggies on top and some sambal on top.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
veggies,
excited.
The veggies looks very fresh. It's called ulam, I think.
Looks fresh. Everyone seems to be eating with their hands.
Okay.
So I think the first step is to get a little mix going on here.
Nice.
You know, don't be afraid. Matt Saleh with his hands. I'm excited for this, Ivana. It's nice and warm on your hands here. Blue rice. Here we go.
How is it?
Oh, it's really fresh, Ivana. It's
Wow.
almost like eating a salad. This is really good, Ivana.
All
It's
right.
really crispy. All the vegetables are really crunchy, and it's spicy. And the blue rice is just so beautiful. It makes it taste better.
MOMC's Rene Juefri is a Michelin-trained chef and Terengganu native. He shows us how to make an iconic Terengganu snack called Nekbat.
Hi, hello everyone. So hope everyone is doing well. I'm Chef Rene. Welcome back to Masters of Malaysian Cuisine and Tourism Malaysia. Hi Jackie, hope everything is okay over there. So today I'm bringing a special dish from the east coast of Malaysia, Kuala Terengganu. So this dish is a sweet dish, alright, it's a dessert. It's called Kuih Nekbat. Let's start with the recipes and the ingredients.
Yeah, Rene, so what are you making for us?
Hi, so today I'm going to prepare a sweet dessert from Terengganu, from the east coast. It's called Nekbat. So it's a sweet that's quite common in Terengganu itself.
Okay, Nekbat. Like, is that a Malay word, or is it a Malay sweet, or did it come from somewhere else?
Yeah, it's a very Malay and traditional in Terengganu. It's from the accent itself, Nekbat. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't actually mean anything. Like, it's not a word.
No. It's
Okay. Okay, cool. I've never heard of it. I've never tried it. Okay, I'm keen to find out what it's like. So let's have a look.
very straightforward. You have rice flour. All right. Right now you have eggs, 3 eggs for the recipe. You have sugar, and then that's for the nekbat dough, which is the cake-like. And then you have, after that, you need to soak them. You have to, once you prepare the nekbat, you have to soak the nekbat with the sugar syrup. So you have sugar, some clove, and then we have some pandan leaf and some water. So it's quite straightforward on the ingredients. So what you need to do first is that the rice flour, we toast the rice flour a little bit on the pan on a very low heat.
What does that actually do? I've never. I sometimes see the whole thing about toasting rice now. I've never done it.
Okay, it's quite interesting that you get a crunch. If you make a biscuit, you get a bite to it, and also it's the process is actually to dry up the flour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
So next, once you toast the flour, you just put it on the side. Now we're gonna just mix the eggs first, with the eggs and the sugar. So almost like a similar process like you do a sponge, for example. So you want to beat up the eggs and sugar to fluff it up. So it's something like bahulu or the sponge, right? So just beat the eggs and sugar until it's very fluffy. That you can see now is very creamy. And what you do next is to fold the rice flour little by little. You don't want to put everything together because the thing is you already aerated the eggs and sugar, right? So that's the actual body for the nekbat. So it's once later on you will see the texture. It's slightly similar to bahulu, but it's more crunchier. It's a bit more drier actually, drier and crunchier. Yeah.
Okay. Now, with the whole folding thing, do you have to do it in just one direction, or because?
Yeah, you can do one direction or only once and twice. That's it. You don't do like a whole beating process. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
So now the mold, what we do is just we line it a little bit of oil and heat it up in the oven for a while to get the temperature to warm the mold.
That's the same
Then
mold that we use for
kuih cara.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So even bahulu you can have the same one as well,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the smaller version. Yeah. So once you
Okay.
spoon it up, put it in the oven 180 degrees until it's golden. It takes around 8 to 10 minutes, more or
Okay.
less. So you can see now when it's ready, when you
Oh.
flip it, yeah, you get the shape of the mold. So it doesn't mean this particular mold by itself. You can always opt it for a different mold, different shape,
Okay.
similar to the flour, like the baulu flour is also one of the option. And also maybe you can try with the fish look like.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So now we're
Is
going to
it,
prepare the syrup
okay.
to soak
Was the
the
mold
nectar.
like a copper mold, or what was it made from?
That's actually a mix copper brass.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a mix. Yeah.
So syrup
So
and just two
now
cloves.
we're making the syrup. So the syrup has an infuse of clove.
Okay.
That's what makes it unique as well. So just simple syrup. You have the sugar and water. Bring it up to boil with the clove and pandan to infuse the flavor. Once it's ready, you drop the nekbat cake into it. So
Okay.
what it does now is that the cake kind of absorbs the syrup and makes
Right.
it tender.
Okay.
Yeah, the difference with
Like the syrup looks very thin. It's not like a thick syrupy.
yeah, it's not too thick like a I would say not too like honey texture or syrup thick texture. It's just
Okay.
nice that it's already sweet and you just want to probably reduce it 1/3 at least to
Okay.
cook the sugar itself. Yeah,
Oh, fascinating.
yeah,
And you just eat it like this.
yeah. So once it's soaked, you just serve it as such, and quite straightforward. The thing is, the difference with the dough, the cake itself, it's more crunchy and more dry, or the normal
Okay.
sponge. That's why you have to soak it to make it tender again. Yeah.
Ah, right. That's very interesting. Yeah. I kind of expected it to be really soggy when you soak it like that,
Mhm.
but it's not soggy when you eat
It
it.
won't be too extremely soggy. So it's like imagine a Madeline or a sponge cake.
Yeah.
It's been lightly soaked with syrup. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to try that. Cool. Right, yeah. Well, thanks for that, Rene. I'm so fascinated by Terengganu food. Never been to Terengganu, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right.
You should try. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll see you later. Thanks
All
again.
right. Thank you.
We are in Kemaman. Here we are. So this morning we had a very special breakfast at a restaurant called Tin Kim Leng restaurant that serves Kemaman specialty, the fish noodles.
All right. So I just got used to eating rice for breakfast, and now Ivana's got me eating fish for breakfast.
Okay, we got the specialty from Kemaman, fish noodles. It smells good, doesn't it, Steve? Ooh.
smells so fishy.
It smells fishy, but we'll try it. Look at the amount of sambal. So much sambal in there. Let's see. I don't know what type of fish this is, but let's see. Let's see if I like it. If I'm okay with it, Steve will be okay with it, hopefully. But I agree, it smells kind of fishy. I don't know if you're supposed to eat it just like this or with the noodles. It's okay, it's good. And I got cham, of course, a mix of coffee and tea. Here we are. It's pretty good so far. I like the fish. Let me just mix this. Ooh, so much sambal. Let me just taste the noodles. Hopefully my chopstick skill is good. The noodles is good. Try it, Steve.
Oh, I'm nervous to try, Ivana.
Come on, Steve.
The problem is, it's breakfast, man. You know?
First meal of the day.
You want to start off the day with something nice.
Wow.
This looks good, actually. The soup and the noodles look really good.
It is really good.
In my head, I can taste fish in there. I know there's no fish in there, but because this is here, I ate that and I thought, oh, it tastes fishy. It's all in my head, Ivana.
But how is the noodle?
Yeah. It's really good. It tastes good.
Soup is good, right?
Yeah. I can taste some fish in there, even though there's not. This is so not
I
me.
think you should put the chilies and lime on top of the fish.
Just rip it open, no?
Yeah. That's good. I don't know if you're supposed to eat the skin.
Yes or no? You don't know.
I don't know.
If you don't know, I don't know, Ivana. Maybe no skin.
Yeah, no skin is safe.
Play safe.
Oh, you're eating it by itself. No lime, no chili, no noodles. Your face is okay.
It's actually quite good.
Really?
Not fishy at all.
Wow.
This is good, Ivana.
Good?
Yeah, this is
You can
good.
handle it.
This is good.
Awesome.
I'll finish everything.
Wow.
Wow. I saw this fish on the plate. Just the way the fish is like this. I was like, oh, I don't want this, man. No, it's really good. In my head, I was having a phobia. I tell you what, overall, this has been a success. I thought I was gonna eat some of this, not like it, and go somewhere else for breakfast. That's what I thought was gonna happen today.
But,
This is good. I'll finish this. Yummy.
yeah.
That's
Hear what YouTube and TikTok star Marco D has to say about Keropok Lekor.
The Keropok Lekor. Now, I love this Keropok Lekor. It's just such a nice snack. It's like really fishy. It's like really doughy, and I love all the doughy things. There's just one really famous place in Terengganu where they have the Keropok Lekor, and I went there and they had all these different flavours, all these additions, and it's really good. Now, when I buy the Keropok Lekor, they always have this, and I don't know what it is. I tried to Google, but nothing came up. So tell me what this is. Fish stuff is really good as well. But Keropok Lekor, I know, is really good. Keropok Lekor, I'm very sure.
Keropok Lekor is a well-loved fish sausage snack in Terengganu. In this segment, I show a simplified recipe you can try at home. So in this particular segment, I'm going to make a simplified version of Keropok Lekor. Keropok Lekor usually is made using chopped mackerel, okay, like a dark, firm-fleshed fish. But I'm just going to cheat completely and use basso fillets, which you can easily find in your local Australian supermarket in the freezer section. Okay, so basso fillets, we're going to mince it into a paste, and I'm just seasoning it with some pepper and a little bit of sugar, because basso fillets tend to be quite bland, and also you can add some salt and put some chicken powder in here. Okay, so just blitzing it in my food processor briefly, and we're going to transfer them into a stainless steel bowl. There's about a half kilo of basso fillet mince here, And then what we're going to do is we're going to add about 50% of its weight in starch. Okay, we're going to use tapioca starch, though typically you would use sago flour, okay, sago starch. But you see how it's a very, very soft paste at the moment. Now, if you were using a firm-fleshed fish, you would want to add some ice water in your food processor to blend it, okay, otherwise it'll be too dry. But because batter fillets tend to be very wet, I haven't had to add any additional water to it. But now we want to add flour, starch as much as you can to turn it into a soft dough, okay? So it'll start out really sticky, and you're just gonna add more starch to it to the point where you can actually form it into sausages, okay? So these are called fish sausages, translated into English. Now, what you want to do is actually cook them. So we're going to heat up some water, bring them to a boil in a saucepan, and we're going to add some flour. I'm using, again, tapioca starch. You can use cornstarch or whatever else to help to form the fish sausages, okay, so they don't stick together. So you want to shape them into sausage shapes. And then once the water comes to a boil, you just add it into the pot, okay? Now you're just gonna make sure you don't, the sausages don't stick to the bottom of the pot. So just gently lift them up with a ladle if they do, okay? And then you're just gonna simmer them for a minute or so, or a minute or two, till they float up to the surface and stay floating up. And once they do, you can take them out and just drain them. And just repeat the process with the rest of the fish. They're not going to look smooth like your typical sausages, okay? They're going to look a little bit crinkly and a little bit rough, and that's fine. Okay, so now what you want to do is actually deep fry them. I've just got some oil in that pot over there, in that wok, and you want to heat it up to about 160, 170 degrees. And just make sure the sausages aren't still dripping wet. And just add them to the oil and fry them up. And you notice the color of these fish sausages are like a creamy pale color, but typically in Malaysia, the Keropok Lekor, because of the kind of fish they use, they will actually look grey. So it really depends on the kind of fish that you're using. And you just want to fry them up till they're a little bit aromatic, a little bit lightly toasted. And you're going to find when you fry them up that they will expand in the oil. But once they cool down, they'll shrink back up. And finally, you want to dip to go with it. You can just use a bottled chili sauce, bottled Malaysian chili sauce, or you can make your own dip. I'm using some blended fresh chilies there. And just adding a little bit of tomato ketchup to it. You can add some water to it if it's too dry, okay? And I'm just sweetening it up a bit with some sugar. And if it's too runny, then you can thicken it up with a little bit of a cornstarch or tapioca starch mixed with cold water to finish it off. And that's your chili dip. So pretty straightforward. Give it a shot and let me know how it turns out, okay? Again, this is your simplified, Aussified way to quickly put together a delicious snack that's inspired by the Keropok Lekor in Terengganu. Enjoy!
Ken Abroad is a full-time traveller based in Southeast Asia. Let's check in on his experience of Terengganu food.
Hi, I'm looking for Nasi Dagang. Nasi Dagang. This one?
Yes.
And you put a tuna fish?
Oh, yes.
Ah. Okay, I would like to try it. Nasi Dagang. Oh, we have the tuna fish that is still looking like a fish. What's that? Ah, okay. Or maybe I can get a, yeah. Maybe let's get a fork or a spoon as well. Ah, okay. Terima kasih. Okay, how much?
Three.
3 ringgit.
Three.
Okay. 3 ringgit. Okay. 3, right? 1, 2. Okay. Thank you. Right. 3 ringgit. 60 cents in euro. Sounds like a good deal for me. It's just rice with some or a small piece of tuna fish and some. What is the name of these? I think it's not a regular cucumber. It's called something else in English, I think. And mix it a little bit inside the rice. Wow, that's a huge piece of tuna fish. Wow. Wow. Nice flavor. Yeah, so I'm almost done. And I have to say I really like it. It is a simple dish. Just tuna fish, rice and some cucumber and some onions, and maybe there's coconut inside, maybe not. But it's a simple dish, but sometimes the simplest dishes or the simplest dishes are the best ones.
This is Laksa Terengganu, and normally the Peranakan community will have this. And it comes with lots of ulam and some Peranakan kuih. Very nice.
Keropok Lekor.
Alright, Laksa Terengganu. Wow, I think every state has its own laksa, so I don't know how different this will make. Let's try. I like it. It's so fresh with all the ulam. I like it. I like it, Steve.
I asked our MOMC chefs Johari Edrus and Rene Juefri and MOMC at Heart's Leeza what dishes they think of when they think of Terengganu. Here are their answers.
Rene Johari here. So, thinking of my favorite dishes if I think about Kuala Terengganu. So, Kuala Terengganu, of course, is a coastal east coast of Malaysia. It has a lot of seafood offerings. So, one of the favorite dish will be Keropok Lekor. So, I think this is everyone's favorite from Kuala Terengganu, and followed by Nasi Dagang. Okay, this is also a breakfast dish actually that is a local favorite. And you have Lo Hon Ko. So Lo Hon Ko is a dried mangosteen, so which is prepared into a broth and have it like a soup. So this is quite interesting from Terengganu. And you have Satar, not forgetting Pulut Leper and Kuih Kasidah. Okay, so jalang-jalang makan Terengganu kita. So enjoy Kuala Terengganu.
If you are in Terengganu, normally for breakfast I always go for nasi dagang. Sometimes they call it nasi also nasi minyak. And maybe for a snack, you can always go for pulut leper. It's very nice pulut leper down there. And of course, for maybe afternoon tea, you can always go for akok manis or maybe nekbat. And of course, don't forget to go to the seaside. You can find a lot of those hawker style selling ICT, Ikan celup tepung. That means fish dip in a batter. And of course, if you go to Terengganu, you must taste Keropok Lekor. Otherwise, you are not in Terengganu.
When I think of Terengganu, definitely the first thing that comes into my mind has to be Nasi Dagang, and my all-time favorite keropok in the whole wide world, Keropok Lekor. Oh my god, I like the thin one, right? And it's so crispy, and you have it with like chili sauce. I can die hoping I can eat it again. I wish I can eat it again. But I want to eat where, Pulau Redang. Lie down at the beach, santai, masuk mulut, makan Keropok Lekor. After that, makan Nasi Dagang. That, I swear, is heaven on earth.
Well, I hope that's given you a little bit more of an idea of Terengganu and its food. Don't forget, if you want the recipes and all the bonus content we couldn't fit into this episode, you need to sign up, okay, at malaysianchefs.com/streetfoodjourneys. And I'll see you back here next week. We're doing Penang. I'm Jackie. Have a great week ahead.